Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Inghams. What else could they have been up to? Well, they've been getting on my nerves ever so slightly recently, more so Sarah. I'm sorry Sarah, I know I'm always coming for you, but you are generally the face of the Ingham family channel these days. So what can I say? You are where it's at when it comes to approaching people. So let me say my piece, then you can say your piece, and we'll continue this little merry dance that we like to do, right? So, advertising. I know it's a very boring topic for some people, but when it comes to online advertising and influencer advertising, there are very strict rules, and there are very strict rules for a reason, because you're influencing lots of people. In Sarah's case, she's influencing a lot of young impressionable people and lots of vulnerable impressionable people as well. So for those reasons, she should be very strict on her own standards, right? But she's not. I genuinely think that she is quite confused, and she doesn't actually understand the rules, because okay, so they were on this trip recently. They went to Alton Towers, and
we've come to...
Yes!
Woohoo!
Okay, I'm not sure. Part of it may have been gifted, part of it may not have been gifted. Nobody's fronting up with the truth, and quite often you can't really gauge the actual truth by just listening to Sarah Ingham. It's not really the best way to approach life, because she doesn't tend to tell the truth an awful lot. So you have to then go to Alton Towers. They apparently didn't gift it. I don't think they did anyway, because there was lots of instances where Sarah was maybe moaning. She had to pay for a few things, so don't know. But it's not just Alton Towers that can gift these things. If you look at, they did the Haribo event, and they've also been asked if they gifted it. They won't front up with a positive or not either. So who knows? I'm still saying that Sarah and Chris would not have paid the prices. I think it was something like £60 each just to get in, and then there was all the extras. Sarah did complain a lot, and this is where some people think that it's not gifted because Sarah's complaining, but Sarah would complain even if it's gifted. She has done this before. She's been given free shit and just complained about it, and it's like, Sarah, for the love of God, you're actually getting it for free. Calm down.
I feel like I need to say this, because every single time I vlog anything, everyone starts attacking everyone, and they're attacking us and saying, why are you not declaring it's an ad? This is not an ad. None of this is gifted. Bought this all myself. I feel like I have to keep saying that recently, because everyone keeps accusing...
And then she gets accused.
Yeah, then so...
Okay, Sarah, now, just to interrupt you a smidge here, because this is kind of going off topic a smidge, but your 10-year-old child, has just backed up the fact that you get accused of certain things. How on God's given earth does your 10-year-old know anything about what is said about you online at all? And don't give me nonsense about, oh well, we share everything and it's good to have our kids know things, and I don't know why you do it. You do it with everything. You say, oh, it helps the kids learn, it helps them do this, it helps them do... Mostly it puts them in danger, But on this occasion, all you're doing is exposing them to unnecessary stress in their heads about their parents. Why would any parent do that? I don't get it. Really, really don't. Absolutely insane that you are, Sarah.
Just for the record, I bought these. Didn't get a discount. Paid full price like everybody else. And I love them. They're so cute. And the only reason I'm saying that, by the way, guys, it's not to cause drama, but it's because I keep getting messages about things that... Like, for example, I had a message on, or a comment, should I say, on my Sarah Says video this week, saying, please explain to me why you didn't declare that your Alton Towers trip was an ad and was sponsored by Haribo. I mean, it wasn't, but people just make things up.
I think you know, Sarah. There's no beating around the bush. I think you know who wrote the message, the comment.
So I feel like I need to specify absolutely everything. For the record, Alton Towers was fully paid for by ourselves. We weren't sponsored by Haribo. In fact, we barely even filmed any of the Haribo section, so I don't even know why anybody would think that. But that's the only reason I'm mentioning it anyway.
Well, that's us told, isn't it? I'm sorry, Sarah. I stand corrected that you are perfectly right. I'm sorry. My apologies. Sincere apologies. But that doesn't that doesn't mean that you are right in everything that you do. Just watch, because I've got some really eye-opening information coming up, Sarah. Anyway, there's that, but more so, now this is, for the longest time, Sarah has been advertising and getting gifts, getting small businesses to gift her and not declaring it as an ad. And I've always said, Sarah, you've got to declare it as an ad because it's an ad. And she's just ignored it and just done nothing, because she doesn't think it's an ad if she just decides to put something out there, and she's saying that she's doing it for the good of the small businesses, which may be true, but again with Sarah, it's never quite as straightforward as that. But she put out this on Instagram the other day, and it just made me laugh. She actually edited it, which made me laugh a bit more. I don't know. This is how it went. Oh my gosh, Jace was gifted this amazing toucan box, jam-packed with fun Halloween activities for us all to do together. We had so much fun creating this lantern with the very easy step-by-step instructions, blah 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 blah. She went on to rave about it. Okay, and that was it. I'll pop the link in the stories, and the person's kindly given a discount code of 50% off. It's very kind of them. That was that, but then a little bit later on, she changed it, and she said she kept it all as is, but right at the bottom she puts, "This is not an ad, but too good not to share." Why did she add that bit on at the end? But also that makes it even less sensical. Sensical? Yeah, less nonsensical, more nonsensical, right? Because at the beginning she said Jace was gifted, and then at the end, this is not an ad, but you just said it was an ad. Why? Just go back. Just blurs my mind. Anyway, so after doing that, when it came round to the corresponding day on the vlog, she vlogged about it, didn't she? And it was worse than this. This was worse, right? Just take a listen to how much sense she's making now.
Activity. We were recently gifted a toucan pack, which just looks, this is not sponsored, no obligation to mention, just putting that out there, but I am going to because it looks so much fun.
Sarah, you and I are going to fall out big time soon. Right, so I'm guessing you still don't know what is what about how advertising works. Just because you want to show it on video doesn't mean to say it's not sponsored, doesn't mean to say that you're not obligated to do anything. It does in fact mean the opposite. I'm going to put up this little segment now of the whole guidance towards influencer advertising. And this is important, Sarah. Please listen. Everybody else listen as well, because it gives you an insight into what is the right way to go about things, and then you'll be able to call them out better on it. Okay, so this is the official guidance from the ASA and the CAP and the CMA. There's lots of initials there, I know. But this is the official guidance for influencers' guide to making clear that ads are ads. So this is what is what, right? And there's one main piece of information I want to make clear. And this is to you, Sarah, because you clearly don't know the ins and outs of the advertising rules and laws, no matter how many times you're told about it. Just saying things like, oh, this is not a sponsored video, doesn't mean that it's not a sponsored video, because, oh my god, your brain really does get to me. So, now then, this is the part that you need to know, Sarah. When do I need to disclose? Right? And take this in, please, because I'm begging you. When a brand gives an influencer, that's you, Sarah, a payment, any posts that then promoting or endorsing the brand or its products or services becomes subject to consumer protection law. Payment, and this is very important, this tells you exactly when you need to disclose, right? Payment means any form of monetary payment. So if they give you money, like cash in hand, backhander, cash in your bank, check, backs payments, any form of money. Commission. So if you put a link in your description which says go and buy this product, here's my link to buy the product. If you then get commission from it, you also need to disclose it as an ad. A free loan of a product or service. So if somebody gives you something just off, like just for free, just a loan, and you have to send it back, like a free review or something like that, that's also subject to being disclosed as an ad. Now this is the most important part, because you probably don't get many monetary payments, let's be honest, but you do get a lot of gifts. So a free product or service, and even more important, whether requested or received out of the blue. Right, that is the important part, because what did we hear you say before? Wasn't it, oh yes, I didn't, yeah, this isn't an ad, this is not a sponsored video, they just sent it to me. It actually makes no difference. If somebody sends something to you and you didn't ask for it, okay, just say for example that you did not ask for that product, they just sent it to you as a gift, for free, as a gift, and then you take that gift and you put it onto your video and advertise it for them, that then needs to be disclosed as an ad. It does not matter whether or not you asked them to send it to you, or if you are just saying it out of the kindness of your heart because you're that sort of lovely lady. those are the up-to-date guidance and the official guidance from the ASA. So please, for the love of God, please take it and do right for once, because I truly believe, Sarah, that you don't think that I'm telling you the truth when I'm talking about ads and that you need to disclose ads. I think that you are doing it perfectly right, and it's not an ad and it's not a sponsored ad and things like that. You have a different sense of what is and what is not, but this is the official guidance. Nothing to do with me. I'm just reading what it says here and explaining to you what it means, because I know even if you read it, you probably, it's like straight over your head.
Did message me and say that I could have a 50% off link for any of you guys that are watching and would like to purchase one. 50% off, half price. What a bargain. So I'm going to leave that link in the description box down below. It's
funny, really, when you say stuff like that how did they know to send you a 50% discount code if they didn't know who you were and you were just a customer? It's really a strange thing, that, isn't it? Anyway, just so that you can get it completely into your head, here is an extra chart. It's a flow chart, maths thing there for you, Sarah, and it'll give you a better insight in case you didn't already get it from the information before. So now you'll know exactly how and when you need to declare ads. So this is further information just to see if you get it, and if you don't already get the guidance, this will help you decide once and for all. This is a flowchart specifically for influencers. So for you, Sarah, a flowchart just for you, so you know whether or not you need to mark things as ads. They've made it remarkably easy if you just look for the information. So we start up here. Is the post advertising your own products, services or events, or a prize draw or competition you're running? So let's assume for a second you're not talking about Baby and Me, right? So we go to no. The N stands for no and Y stands for yes in this instance. Okay, Sarah? So you go to no, follow it down the little thing. I'm sure you're used to flowcharts. You teach your kids maths and everything, right? Are you receiving money or promoting a product or service brand in this post? So if you were receiving payment, you'd just go straight down here and it says you need to label it as an ad. But let's say for a minute it's just one of those gifts that you receive out of the blue in the mail, right? So we'll go to no. Have you included a discount code or hyperlink as part of an affiliate agreement? So that's quite straightforward. If you have, then you just go to yes, and right. But or alternatively, we go to no, and it says, are you receiving a free product or service, a free loan of a product or service, a free trip or hospitality, or any other benefit or incentive? If that is the case, you have to put yes. So if it's a free product or service, so you've had your little sweeties sent from the sweetie man in the mail, right? You click yes, and that means that you have to label it and make it clear it's an ad. Okay, and the same goes for if it's a free trip or if it's a hotel stay that you're being given for free. That is also required to be advertised, for you to put it as an ad. So I hope you've understood all that. It's very straightforward if you just read it. So I hope that clarifies one or two things. This video has been a long time in coming because I've been building up like frustration every time that Sarah mentions adverts and advertises things that she's been gifted, and she does not declare it. And not only does she not declare it, but she's actively saying that she does not need to declare it, which leads me to believe that she did not know the rules, despite the amount of times I've told her about them. So this is an important video for her to understand, learn from, get a better grasp on the legalities that she faces being an influencer. I know she only fell into the role of an influencer by chance, but it's one that she's embraced over the past 7 years, and it's one that she needs to just get a better understanding. There are certain rules, certain regulations that you need to abide by. There are other ones, more serious, obviously, that Chris, I'm sure, deals with. But that being said, please, everybody, have a lovely day, have a lovely weekend, and I will speak to you again soon with another insightful video. Take care and bye-bye.